back to Morning Recharge number 52.
52, yes.
Now, if we were a weekly show, this would be our 1 year anniversary of doing the Recharge. But we're idiots that wanted to do bi-weekly, or twice a week. Alright, so does bi-weekly mean twice a week or once every 2 weeks?
I think it's I don't know.
Yeah. But the point is, we're doing this twice a week, and then we skipped a huge chunk in the summer. So, 52nd episode, not our yearly anniversary. So
no. We're close though.
We're getting there.
Close.
We're a month away.
Yeah.
Well, when we get there. But I should put this on. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. We are here to entertain you with stupidity and random bullshittery about a topic that we are massive nerds about, but we have no what is it called? Industry insider information.
No, we just do whatever's on the internet.
We're here.
If Fortune posts this, we'll talk about it. If IGN posted, yeah, we'll talk about it because too much water. And
occasionally Kotaku
and whoever has anything, we'll talk about it.
We're basically just here to relay news and make conversation on it.
Yeah. So
don't expect anything new from us.
No, you're never gonna get anything new, ever.
Not until we're never. Never mind. I was gonna say not until we're big, but we're never gonna be big. Come on.
7?
It's something. Anyway, welcome.
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't know, we every week we do two.
We do two of these.
The one that goes up on Tuesdays. It's just movie related.
It's gonna start
movies and TV.
Disclaimer: it's gonna start being movies and TV. We just did this.
Yeah, true.
Starting now, we're going to start doing it. So movies and TV come out first, and then the second one in the week. Now, depending on it's Thursday or Friday,
it's just really video games, and
it's gonna be a lot more.
Maybe occasionally tech, but
just because what ended up happening to us was that we would talk a lot during the Monday ones that we recorded, and that one would go out because that would have everything from the previous Wednesday all the way through the weekend up to Monday. But then the one on the Wednesday would be really dry because we'd only have news that came out Wednesday afternoon or Monday afternoon, Tuesday, and then Wednesday morning, early morning.
Yeah, so this allows us to just cover a lot more and a lot of more different things.
Yeah, we're just gonna try and not be stale, not go off on so many tangents and.
So because we were talking about the Olympics last time, we didn't mention how it ended.
Didn't we?
No, we did not mention that.
Oh shit!
I know because I edited the video, so I had to listen to the whole thing.
All right. Oh, I thought you meant like you cut it out.
No.
All right. So the Olympics. First of all, massive shit show on its own. NBC kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah.
I ended up just watching the BBC live streams.
But the way it ended was just awesome.
The closing ceremonies were. Yeah. We got a little sneak peek of what we can expect in the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. And let's just say that if the Prime Minister of Japan can show up in a Mario outfit, coming out of a warp pipe, to announce that he's going to be, I don't know what.
Hosting?
Yeah,
the Olympics.
The next Summer Olympics. I think nerds are gonna have a field day in 2020.
Oh yeah, I mean, just imagine. Japan is just nerd culture, right?
I mean, basically, that's where a lot of nerd culture comes from.
Yeah. So they had Doraemon, they have they had Mario in there. They probably have a lot of other things. I just didn't care to. I just forgot what they were.
I mean, didn't they do like Hello Kitty?
Yeah, Hello Kitty.
Did you see Sonic?
I did not see Sonic.
Sonic. Basically, what we're gonna end up with is the Olympic rings are gonna be Mario, Sonic, Hello Kitty. Who's the green character that's around Japan?
No.
What is it?
Miss Piccolo.
Sure, Piccolo. I was thinking of the Katamari or whatever. The thing where you got to roll around the ball to pick up some more stuff.
Yeah.
And the dude that you play now, he's got like a green little pill-shaped head. What's the last color on the
black?
Oh, Pikachu. Yellow.
There you go.
We need yellow. I was thinking Hello Kitty.
Of course, you gotta make Pikachu. Yes, you gotta have Pikachu in there. Since Pokemon is like the biggest thing in the world.
I mean, it's close.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically the nerds of the world are gonna have a field day
in the Olympics.
during the Olympics, because I imagine both the opening and the closing ceremonies are going to have ample amounts of.
I mean, I love the London ceremonies just because they had like Harry Potter in there. They had James Bond. They had Peter Pan. Like all these like classic stories that we all know.
Yeah, so they parts of English culture, or British culture. So
have made its way into the just worldwide pop culture.
So if we don't see, example of Japanese culture that have become world renowned, I'm going to be more than a little bit upset.
They should just make the opening ceremony in anime.
No. Because that's a cool idea for those of us that watch it on TV, but for those that go and actually like watch it in person and they're sitting in the stadium, it'd be kind of dumb if, here's your opening ceremony. TV comes down.
Who pays to go there anyways?
I mean, a lot of people do. Did you? Alright, quick sidetrack. Remember the Brazilian superfan from the World Cup?
Yeah.
Apparently he died.
Yeah.
But his son, in the exact same outfit and carrying the same trophy, went to the Olympics to see Brazil win the gold medal. Complete sidetrack from video games. I was like, oh.
Which, by the way, god damn it, Germany, you had one job. One job.
Debts have been repaid.
You won in the women's. Why didn't you win in the men's? God damn it.
Are you, as a person of Hispanic heritage, are you actually supporting the Germans?
Yes.
My God. Next thing you know, you're going. No, can't go there.
Just tell you what, I was always rooting for Brazil to lose. No offense to Brazil, but I was rooting for them to lose.
I mean, they're a bunch of a-holes.
Yeah, exactly. At least with Germany, I mean, I can say Heil Hydra and be happy with it.
I know that you're joking, but it's like, it's straight.
Yes, I know.
Alright, just saying. Making sure you know.
Let's move over from there. Let's just get the Olympics out of the way. That was it. Olympics.
So yeah, no, the Olympics in Tokyo. I want to go to Tokyo, but I don't want to go like on my own. I'd love to go like with a group or something. Also, far-fetched.
See, I don't want to go to Tokyo. I want to go to like the more like smaller towns.
Well,
see the more cultural aspect, the more like traditional.
I guess.
Japan. That's just me though. It's.
Also, I wouldn't want to go during like peak season.
Yeah, see, I don't want to
like,
be with. I don't want to be there because there's 30 million people living in that city.
Yeah,
so,
I don't like large cities or largely populated cities.
I mean, Mexico City and New York City are already big enough for me. I cannot do Tokyo.
New York's getting on the, too much already. But
New York's not even close to getting
I know, but like,
Tokyo.
I'm not a huge fan of. It's got cool stuff that I like to go sightseeing for. Just idiot. I just don't like that there's so many people.
I know. I love it. I love New York. I could live there. But anyways, that's from where we want to live in Orlando. We have never talked about the PlayStation event that's going to go on September 7th. Where Sony is going to announce not only the PlayStation NEO, but also the PlayStation 4 Slim. Yeah. There were some images and all that for that, but Sony has been on top of that and trying to take things down.
Right. Alright.
So what do you think of that? You had 2 new PlayStations.
I mean, alright, didn't they already...
This holiday season.
They already kind of announced NEO.
Yeah.
Right? The Slim, I kind of saw coming, because we've had a PlayStation 2 Slim, a PlayStation 3 Slim, and we've had a PlayStation 4 without a PlayStation 4 Slim, and it's usually been about like 2 or 3 years after the launch of the original console that came out with the Slim. I kind of saw the Slim coming, even though it hadn't been announced yet. The NEO, kind of iffy on that, just because, if it's the same deal as the Xbox One S and the Scorpio, why would you announce a newer, better thing that's coming out like a year or two after whatever your current newer, better thing is?
See, but I think NEO is actually going to come out this year. Yeah, NEO is actually coming out this year.
I mean, that's the same thing that happened with Xbox One S.
No, but at least with the S, it's like the S1 comes out this year and then Scorpio comes out next year.
Oh, right, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, then even more, like, what incentive do I have to buy a Slim if the Neo's coming out, and it's going to be, presumably, it's going to be better than the Slim
You see,
would be.
and here's my problem with these consoles, is that, and not even with Slim, because I understand what you want to do with Slim console, you just want something a little smaller, tighter package. It's good, you know, it looks nicer.
Or if you want Xbox One S,
yeah.
The biggest selling point for me would have been
the terabytes.
Well, yeah, but you know, the integrated power source.
Oh, yeah,
so you don't have an extra massive power brick that's like this big, just sitting behind your shelves.
So, but my problem with this, with the newer console like Scorpio Neo is that, okay, you are releasing an upgraded version of your current console. Okay, you're not gonna, okay, sure, you want to do that. It's okay, I don't judge. But you're saying that all the games that are coming out from now on have to work with both Xbox One and PS4. So really, Scorpio Neo are just gonna be pretty rich to those games. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's gonna be no difference in type. There's not gonna be any like Scorpio or Neo exclusive games.
Right.
Because they've already promised, well, all of our games are going to be compatible. Same with the new 3DS and the 3DS. It's like, I mean, there's only been like one game for the new 3DS.
Yeah.
That's Xenoblade Chronicles 3D.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's like, but every game coming out afterwards, even like Sun and Moon, which would be a great selling point for the new 3DS, they're making it compatible with the old 3DS. So what's the point of buying the new console if all the games are going to be running in the cheaper, slimmer consoles?
I don't know, so you can say that you have money that you can spend on a new console every now and then. I don't know. Plus, isn't the new 3DS over like, it's like $300, $400?
No, it's like 200.
Oh, really?
It's always been 200.
Then it's even cheaper than what I thought.
Yeah.
So, they're basically saying the hardware is available there if you want a bigger screen with higher resolution. We will release our games on both these systems. They can be playable on either your old one or this new one. That looks a little bit better. And we're not going to pigeonhole you and force you into, I use pigeonholing more. We're not going to force you to buy a brand new console while the old one is still just as viable. And I respect Nintendo for that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and okay, they do that, and I think this is why I think the NX actually do really well, because it's actually going to be a new thing.
Yeah, it's like this is going to be their first like actual new console since
the Wii U.
Wii U, yeah. And before the Wii U, it was what, 3DS?
Yeah, 3DS, Wii,
yeah. Yeah, all right. Do you count the 3DS as a continuation of the DS line, or is
yes.
it? Yes. Okay.
I do.
All right.
If Pokemon comes out on that console, then it is a continuation of the previous console. It's pretty much how it goes.
Wait, what?
If Pokemon comes out in like the next generation, that for example, like Pokemon came out in the DS, so the DS ended up becoming the continuation of the Game Boy Advance.
Wait, so really, you think that the DS is a continuation of the Game Boy?
Yes.
Okay, no, you're full of shit.
I do. I mean, well, tell me why not.
The only thing they have in common is that they're handhelds.
Yes.
Now, the Game Boy SP is a continuation of the Game Boy Advance, which can be a continuation of the Game Boy Color, which is a continuation of the original Big Great Brick Game Boy.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll give you that. The DS is its own, it's a newer system. It's got more hardware, it's got better computing capabilities. The biggest thing I'd say is that it's got a new cartridge for games. If it still used the same Game Boy cartridges to play the same games, yeah, sure, I'll give you that.
That would have been archaic, though.
And what?
That would have been an archaic thing to do.
What I'm saying is that the DS is a new line of consoles. It's separate from the Game Boys.
They said it was going to be like that, but it ended up replacing the Game Boy.
I mean, alright, so is the Wii the same as the GameCube?
Yes, it's a continuation of that.
No. I don't see it. You're using kind of backwards logic that I'm not able to follow.
It's simple logic. They release the GameCube, they release the Wii, and they release the Wii U, so they're a continuation of each other. That's it. Because you do realize essentially.
Then what's the point of generations of consoles? Oh, it's all just one generation of consoles then. The Xbox One is the exact same as the Atari 32, whatever, 100.
It's just one thing leads to the next. Because you do realize
we're talking on different planes here, dude. We're talking about two completely different things now. Let's just move on. There's no point in this.
You're overcomplicating things.
I'm what?
You're overcomplicating things.
I'm not though. I'm saying in differences there are more differences between a Game Boy and a DS than there are similarities. So the DS is a new console and it's different from a Game Boy. Now a 3DS
it is a new console, but it is still like the next thing. It's what comes after.
But it's not of the same line. That's what I'm getting at. It's not the same line. That's what I'm asking. I'm not asking, oh, what came first? The 3DS or the Game Boy? I'm asking, is the Game Boy in the same line of consoles as the 3DS?
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. They're in a shipment. They come out. If I could play a 3DS game on a Game Boy, sure, it's the same line. I cannot. So the 3DS is a newer version, and it's separate from a Game Boy. You don't get what I'm getting at. Like I'm asking. I'm not talking like, okay, draw a line. If it's a straight line from Game Boys to 3DS, everything does the same thing. I'm asking. Yeah, the Game Boy to the Game Boy Advance to the Game Boy, or Game Boy to Game Boy Color Advance and SP, right? Game Boys all around, they all play the same games. It doesn't matter which one you have, well, kind of between the Color and the SP. But
you can never go backwards in the games, though.
We could. The SP could play the same games as the Advance. The only difference was the bigger cartridges on the Color, but you could still plug those into an SP and Advance and still play those.
But yeah, you can move them forward, but you're gonna move them backwards.
But overall, those are still Game Boys. But then now, when you get into 3DS land, it's a newer. It's a new one. Okay, even then, say if you can't move backwards, then you've convinced me of having the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color, the original big bricks, are their own consoles too. They're separate from the Advance and the SP. Because now those are capable of playing their own games, and the ones from before, but you can't plug in an advanced game into a Game Boy Color.
That's where you're getting at. Okay.
So now, following that line of logic that I've been trying to use since the beginning, is a 3DS in the same line as a DS, or is it its new own thing?
It is his own thing. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Okay. Excuse that. Before we move on to whatever you want to talk about, there's a Pokemon Go update that just came out last night.
Oh shit!
Where you can actually see the stats of your Pokemon. Well, you can't really see that. Like you touch that options button, then there where you do the transfer and everything, there's gonna be a new thing. Click on there and it would give you your team leader talking to you about the Pokemon that you are selecting, right?
Right.
It will say, oh, your Gyarados. Oh, these are very impressive Gyarados. Its strongest stat is attack or HP. It is good in battle. Or, you know what, this Pokemon will not really make you good in battle.
Right.
And its strongest trait is this, his weakest trait is this. So it kind of gives you an idea of what Pokemon like to keep and which one is better for battle.
Right.
To keep on gyms and all that, so that's great.
But they don't like explicitly spell out IVs or anything for you.
No.
Okay.
But I mean, it's better than nothing.
I mean, yeah, it is better than having to either download a third-party calculator or go online and find an IV calculator.
At least now it gives you an idea.
Like now, yeah, at least you have a good idea for that.
Yeah.
I didn't download that. Like,
yes.
Geez, I've been evolving just my strongest CP Pokemon. They might all be weak as shit for all I know.
Yeah, and two, the nest just changed this past weekend, and then we're gonna put a link on it below just so you can see where the old nest, what the old nest turned into. The most important part to see is that starters now come in bundles. So wherever there was like a Charmander nest, now there's a now it's a Charmander and Squirtle nest.
All right.
So I mean, if you live near a nest like that, then you're lucky, man. Like you just won the lottery.
Now, all right. So are those the only kind of nests that still exist, or have they kept in like Dratini nests and stuff?
Oh, well, Dratini nests
okay.
were deleted during the last
the last
the
time.
previous.
But all right, but I mean, other kind of nests still exist, right?
Oh
Or
yes,
is it
all
just
the other
those?
nests exist, and they all got moved. But those are the most notable changes
All right.
to it.
I can work with that.
Yeah. So now just go find your nest and.
Now,
luck
not
trying
to be
catch 'em all.
confused with the nest that can be used to control everything in your house, like your temperature and stuff like that. What's the new thing from Google that lets you like talk to a tower and like controls different things? Is it like
I know
Alexis
that.
or something?
No, it's not that. It's I forgot what it was called.
Remind me what it's called. I'm an idiot. I don't know.
I forgot. I saw it at Google I/O. I just totally forgot what it was. And it's not the Echo. That's Amazon.
I feel like it's Alexis or something. Because like I know a guy that has one. And it's like you can talk to it and like if you go like Simon says, and then whatever you say after that, like it'll repeat it or something like that. Or my favorite one is watching. You know, like you remember when the Xbox One came out, and everyone. Well, okay, after the Xbox One had come out, and Microsoft would do like their press conferences and like
Google Home.
Oh, just Google Home?
Yeah.
How do you talk to just home?
Just say okay Google, and then you just gonna come.
Then I'm thinking of something completely different. Then.
Okay.
But yeah. So the Xbox came out, everyone got it, and then Microsoft started streaming their press conferences through the Xbox Live services, right? But they would also be talking about Xbox this, Xbox One this, Xbox that.
And so the Xbox
And so
started taking the commands.
The Kinect would pick up those commands and start doing different things. And then, you know, you'd have people like scrambling, like, stop listening to that, just keep and stay on the press conference without having everything gets kind of screwed up.
Yeah,
So I've seen the same thing happen where like some podcasts they'll start talking about things and then one of them will go, you know, Simon says, I love gay porn. And then their thing will repeat back out loud, I love gay porn. And so everyone in the house hears it.
Oh my gosh, no.
So
that was it for all
that's
that.
basically everything we want. So, because he doesn't want to dedicate
Go
half
ahead.
an hour to this, he's giving me what, 2 minutes?
No, you can have like 10 minutes if you want.
I mean, yeah, but we got
Yeah, just go ahead.
places.
Go ahead.
No Man's Sky. Holy shit, that game's good. I've wanted to talk about it with someone forever. You don't have it. No one I know has it. The one guy that one guy I know that has it is never playing it. So you know, I'm discovering new things while he's still like in the 4th or 5th star system. But holy fuck, that game is fun. I've already found like. I understand where people are coming from when they say that there's not really a story there. It's kind of just a zen. You fly around, you look at things. I've found my own story. I've been talking to enough aliens and I've picked up enough like different things in the world that it's started to tell me a story, but it's all in bits and pieces. So like I've slowly started to kind of like figure out different things about like the aliens and some of the planets and some of the other things that are going on in No Man's Sky. Like for instance, there's 3 races. There's the Vakeen, the Gek, and the Korvax, and they're basically kind of like the warriors, the traders, and the intellectuals of the universe, of the galaxy, respectively. The Korvax are kind of like they're robotic species. They're all robots, and they're all, you know, they use silicate and stuff to like kind of process things and, you know, take care of information that they want to store. I found this out because the first Korvax I found was very interested in studying me. He even straight out like said to me, "Hey, I'd like to study. Would you stand still for a minute?"
Yeah.
And then I noticed on my own like data pad, basically, I noticed that the silicate resources in that space station that I was in were starting to go down because he was pulling them up out of the vaults to get more processing power so that he could like study me.
Yeah.
So that was cool. And then later I found one Korvax dude. He's like some kind of priest or whatever. I use priest loosely because there's no real gods in No Man's Sky. and he was telling me about how he broke free from the hive mind. So apparently the Korvax have like a connected hive mind between all the machines and all the Korvaxes, and they're all they're all basically on one brain with a lot of eyes out there.
So like that Rick and Morty episode.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
And then this one had somehow broken free and was now like kind of thinking on his own. And he's basically flying around the universe in his own mini space station, trying to follow the Atlas. As far as I can gather.
Yeah.
It's if anyone that's listening, it's NADA, NADA. He's
Nothing?
the Korvax. Yeah, he's the Korvax dude inside the space anomaly, the purple ones. And speaking of space anomalies, I found two different ones: the purple and the red. Purple one is the NADA, and he has a friend called Polo, who's a Gek, and he's interested in just learning stuff, which is kind of weird because usually the Geks are the traders; they want money and resources and whatnot. But then the red ones are Atlas stations, which is giant space prisms. You know, the big black thing on the on the cover with a red circle inside.
Yeah.
That red circle is the Atlas, as far as I can tell. But it's got different manifestations. I found like 5 different Atlas stations so far, and each one has a different looking Atlas. So I don't know where they pull those from, if those are also randomly generated by the procedural generation, or if they're just, you know, if it's a sequential thing where like each time you pull up to an Atlas station, you see more of the Atlas or something.
Yeah.
But it started off as a red pulsating ball, the same one that you find on your starting planet whenever you're knocked out and you start the game up. You wake up, your ship's all destroyed, and there's a little, I think it's supposed to be like a black box that has the Atlas inside. It's a mini version of it. Pops out, it's like red pulsating everywhere.
Yep.
So I found all that, and then I've also found places where I can mine up for minerals to sell. I found places where I can like get, you know, different materials so I can build better things for my ships. Which, by the way, I died in a space battle the other night, and I'm like, alright, you know, whatever. I lost my stuff. I was kind of expecting that, but it also broke one of my techs. It broke my hyperdrive, which requires a lot of really. Alright, so basically the way it works is the rarer the tech that you have installed, or the better it is, the rarer the materials needed to repair it. So they broke my hyperdrive, which means I can't jump from system to system anymore.
Yeah.
And to repair it, I need, I think it was like copper or iridium or something that's crazy stupid rare that I can't find on any of the planets in the system I'm currently in, and it never shows up on the galactic market, so I can't buy it either. So I've basically been jumping between the same 3 planets, trying to find all the trading stations just to see if someone has enough whatever it was that I needed. And no one, of course, ever does. So I'm mining up emerald, I'm getting gold, I'm selling random scrap just to try and, you know, maybe I'll have enough money by the end of it just to buy a new ship that might have a hyperdrive in it.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. And then the fucking Sentinels are a thing. Which, so I don't know what triggers them on planets, but what I found so far is if you kill an animal, if you mine plutonium, or if you mine iron, they don't care about neutral resources like gold, emerald, and other stuff like that. But if you get any isotopes or oxides, then they kind of check you out. They start watching you, and if they determine, you know, you've broken too many things, they start attacking you. And first it's just a couple drones, but then eventually it upgrades to like these weird like kind of dog-looking things with lasers, and then it's like a tall walker from, you know, the thing. Have you seen the trailers?
Yeah, I've seen the trailers.
Like the giant like ATSC thing.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I haven't had any of those yet, but I imagine that they come up pretty quick after the dogs. And they have, it's kind of like a star system for the Sentinels, kind of like in GTA, where it's like, you know, you got 5 boxes basically with like Sentinel symbols, and as you piss them off more and more, they fill up. I've only ever gone to 4, and that's when the dogs started coming out like really quick, one after the other. But I've also found out that the Sentinels are considered a infestation or a plague on the galaxy, because they're self-replicating autonomous robots.
Yeah.
Which I imagine they also work on their own hive mind to some degree, kind of like the Korvax but separated. But at first I thought, you know, Sentinels, what do? They watch, they protect. I thought, maybe they're kind of like a Guardians of the Galaxy situation, where they kind of like just watch over every planet everywhere because there's so many of them that they're able to do that.
I don't know, man. The Guardians don't do that. The Guardians just like.
I mean, not the Marvel Guardians. But maybe they're just watching every planet. Making sure that nothing happens to like anyone. Maybe because if you attack a neutral ship in space, like a trader or a fighter, you also get Sentinel ships that come after you. But you can also there's also like pirates that you can attack, and like they don't care. You're a good guy for killing pirates.
Okay.
So I thought first of all, like there's good guys that are just kind of protecting everything. Then I read a couple terminals where it's first of all, to be able to read terminals, they'll give you a little like thing on the right in English that'll explain what's happening, but the actual things that are on the terminal are down on the left, and they're all in an alien language. And there's 3 alien languages again: Vakeen, Korvax, and Gek. And as you can learn words, individual words in those 3 languages, and then you can slowly start picking up what those terminals say. So like I've gotten to the point where it's like I found a terminal the other day, and I was able to read out common isotope Gek language, common oxide Vakeen something, common silicate Korvax something. So I kind of figured out, okay, so if I give, depending on what I give, I can learn a language, or I can learn a couple of words in whatever language. So I gave silicate, and I learned some Korvax words. And so you can kind of like, you can start slowly piecing together things. You never learn really useful words. I've yet to, if I could learn the word the, I'd be set. I've learned the Gek word for bewitchment.
What?
And the Vakeen word for circumference. I'm not kidding. Those are things I've actually picked up.
How was that ever useful?
I don't know. But because it's the universe or the galaxy is so big, there's so many words that they can just populate everywhere. I've never learned the same word twice, and I hope it doesn't happen, because knowledge stones they were everywhere in the beginning, but now they're like I have to look for them, or I have to find beacons that can point me to a monolith or something. So they're starting to get a little bit more rare. But I've gotten to the point where I can slowly kind of start. I'm not there where I have the entire thing is in English for me, but I've kind of started piecing together things, and that's really cool for me to be able to do that. Let's see, what else have I done? I think that really covers it. But also, fuck extreme storm planets. So what you have planetary conditions, which can be anything from
sandstorms.
Well, usually what it is, it's cold, hot, radioactive.
Oh, that's new.
Toxic, which is like kind of a biohazard thing.
Wonderful.
And that kind of stuff. But you can also have different things for like sentinels can be frenzied or frustrated, or like or they can be low and calm and like not bother you. But then also the animals can be the same thing, plentiful and frenzied or limited. So you depending on those kind of things. But then what happens during a storm is it takes whatever's bad about that planet and ramps it up to 10. So if you're on a toxic planet and a storm starts up, the toxicity goes up, and so your life support goes like this, and you start dying.
Oh, that's...
The good news, you can fill up your life support with oxides from your inventory. So if you're next to iron, just blast it with a mining laser, pick it up, shove it in your suit, and you're good for another couple seconds. Or you can just jump in your ship, and that automatically fills up your
yeah, of course,
your resistance.
Your ship's like you're safe.
Yeah. The only thing it doesn't do is it doesn't fill up your it fills up your resistance meters. It doesn't fill up your actual life support. If your life support goes to 0, then you actually like just straight up die. But that one, like, you can fill up with any isotopes, carbon, plutonium, whatever that thing in space, thallium is. You can fill it with power canisters. It's like they don't let you die. They basically say, hey, here's an energy source. Carry some of it so you can fill up your thing. And that one like that's never really affected unless you're on a low oxygen planet, which I've found one. And I think I've visited something like 40 planets so far. And even then, it's like it goes from this to it just takes bigger chunks every tick.
Oh,
so it's not really anything.
That's interesting.
So yeah, No Man's Sky. I do kind of wish that a couple things that they hadn't explicitly said would be in it. Which I kind of understand. Some people are really pissed because they thought that Sean Murray had said these things, like multiplayer would be in it.
Yeah.
You could get together with friends and go explore.
Yeah, no,
they never really said that. That never really outright said it. But they left like.
They left it open to
They also didn't say that. Oh yeah, there's no multiplayer. So they kind of like left that weird like gray space, and people like filled it in with what they wanted, which is kind of, you know, that's not good for any kind of development. And I kind of wish that they had freighters or something that I could buy or build, something that could have more space. Because right now my exosuit I just bought 2 more last night, so I'm up to 24 on my exosuit and 21 on my ship. But your technologies take up inventory slots to install.
Yeah, so that's gonna...
So really, I have like 17 on my ship and I don't know, maybe like 19 on my exosuit to like carry stuff that I can sell and use.
Of course.
So if they add like freighters, and I could like park 4 ships inside of a freighter, and I can just fly the freighter around between systems and then take a smaller ship onto a planet, that'd be sweet. That'd be set. That'd be great for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll see what comes up in updates. I hope it's free updates and not DLC. DLC would be kind of scummy.
Free updates would be...
But free
always better.
Free updates would be absolutely amazing. I mean, we'll see what happens.
Especially because you could appease fans.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, we went for...
that was good.
That was 10...
I told you, I gave you 10 minutes.
10 minutes of No
There
Man's
you
Sky.
go.
It's a great game. It's not Skyrim Space. Don't get it hoping for Skyrim Space. But it's a good game to just chill out with. Just completely zone out and just fly around planets for a little bit. And hopefully don't get your hyperdrive busted, because that's fucking annoying. Alright. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
I didn't drink any of my coffee. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.